Okay, good evening, everybody. Phil Johnson here from the band Roadside Attraction. It's me again. This is the third episode of Phil's Fast 15, my weekly Monday night, 8 p.m. Concert here on Ustream. Gonna adjust the camera just a little bit right there. So, yeah, like I said, Monday night streaming concert. Because Wednesday I'm on stage somewhere usually. Just got back from the Wits End Comedy Club in Denver. I was there all last weekend, working with Laura Hayden from Los Angeles. We had a great time. We did five, 6 shows while we were there. Great audiences, so much fun. And it looks like I will be headlining the next time I'm there. So I did pretty good. I did good, didn't I, George? Yay! This week I'm going to be at Laughs Unlimited in Sacramento, California. I will be there Thursday through Sunday this week. 6 shows to choose from. So check out laughsunlimited.com and you can catch me in Sacramento, California this weekend. I will also be tomorrow night playing in Lincoln, California at the Del Webb Seniors Community. Yeah, I know. It's not all glamorous, but 2 shows, and it'll be interesting. So that show and Laughs Unlimited, I'll be featuring for Karen Rontowski, who's very super funny. She's from LA. You may have seen her on David Letterman recently. Very funny gal, and a ghost hunter too, which is really cool. So gotta come out and see that. Laughs Unlimited, Sacramento, California this weekend. PhilJohnsonComedy.com. Facebook/Phil Johnson Comedy. You can get all the scoop on that. So let's dig into a song here. Each week I do a couple of my tunes and then a public domain cover because I'm too cheap to buy a license for a cover. So I'm going to start with one this week that is from our live DVD called Raising a Raucous live at the Hoover Theater. And this is a song about when you get into a relationship that you weren't kind of expecting and you have to, some people might call it settle, or some people might call it readjusting your expectations. So anyway, I'm a big Disney nerd, right? You know that. And so this is a tune, a relationship like that takes some faith and some trust. Disney nerd equals pixie dust when you say that. So this is a song called Share My Pixie Dust. She won't say why. When I ask her why, she cries. She's never been in love before. The future scares her more and more. 'Cause I'm not the kind of guy her girlhood dreams design. And she can't understand why I'm not worried at all. This is what I tell her when I tell her we won't fall. I don't have $1,000,000 and I don't drive a Mercedes Benz, but my heart is true, my soul is pure. I live on faith and trust, and you can share my pixie dust. She wonders if I'm the one to take away all that's wrong. Will I turn out like her dad, stand up and be a man? Can I provide all the things her shy little heart could need? And I forgot the chord. And she can't understand why I'm not worried at all. This is what I tell her when I tell her we won't fall. I don't have $1,000,000 and I don't drive a Mercedes Benz, but my heart is true, my soul is pure. I live on faith and trust, and you can share my pixie dust that holds our life together, lighter than a feather. Every doubt in your mind, the trust that knows I won't believe you with lies that you can see through, 'cause I just ain't that kind, just ain't that kind. I don't have $1,000,000 pixie dust. Thank you very much. That was called Share My Pixie Dust. And it's one of those songs I don't get to play very often because it's not a funny song, and I spend most of my time in comedy clubs these days, so I don't get to play the serious stuff that often. But that is one of my favorites. If you liked it and you would like to hear a version that does not have missed chords and screwed up lyrics in it, like that version, it's on our DVD called Raising a Raucous Live at the Historic Hoover Amphitheater. Wow, that's thinking big. Live at the Historic Hoover Theater. It wasn't an amphitheater. It was a 200-seat theater, but it was real nice. And that's a DVD that you can get on my website, PhilJohnsonComedy.com. And guess what? All of my stuff, the downloads, are name your own price now because you guys asked for it. So that's happening. You can go on there. You can download it for any price you want. Any price. Even free. If you want to be all cheapy like that, you can do that. You can do that. A couple of recommendations this week. I was digging around listening to some tunes. The new Grace Potter and the Nocturnals album. Fantastic. I don't remember what it's called. It's like The Lion and the Beast, I think, is the name of it. But definitely go check that out. The new Grace Potter and the Nocturnals record is really, really a solid album. There was like maybe one song that didn't light my fire. So definitely check that out. The other thing that I've been checking out is I have it right here. It's Adele's Live at the Royal Albert Hall DVD, which is cool. I'm not even that big an Adele fan. I think she's interesting. She's not the world's greatest singer, not the world's greatest songwriter, but the performance is stunning. She tells great stories, and she has a very engaging stage presence, and all that kind of stuff. So even if you're not an Adele fan, I definitely recommend checking out the Live at the Royal Albert Hall Live at the Royal Albert Hall DVD. Adele, it's great. It's really cool. All right, on to the next tune. Let's have a tune here. This is a comedy song, and this was one of my earlier comedy songs. It's on the DVD. What Color Is Your Laugh? And it's sort of a love song. No, not really. Here we go. If I could see with your eyes, if I could breathe with your lips, if I could love with your heart, then I could start to be just like you. A lying, cheating whore who never does me right, blows my friends on poker nights, only goes into my jeans to strip my wallet clean. You're a lying, cheating whore. If I could dress like a slut, make more home deliveries than Pizza Hut, if I could show my tits to every biker that passed, then I'd have man boobs, and boy would that suck. But you're a lying, cheating whore whose special cherry pie reminds me of a sewer line, who drops trow at the drop of a hat. You'd make a good rat trap. You're a lying, cheating whore. You'll never know how hard I cried when you said those 3 little words. It's too small. But you're a lying, cheating whore whose hole is much too big. It's an archaeological dig. They found the last poor schmuck who fell in when you fucked. You're a lying, cheating whore. If I were drunk, you might still be hot, but only followed by a penicillin shot. 'Cause you're lying. There you go. Lying, cheating whore. Not a love song. Not a love song. Actually, there is a full band arrangement that I recorded of that, and it's on my album called I Know I Shouldn't Say This, but... So it's on there, and as well as my first DVD, What Colors Your Laugh. And you can get that at PhilJohnsonComedy.com or RoadsideAttraction.com. It's the same website, depending on which one you remember. So that will be there. And like I said, name your own price on all that stuff. So pick it up for whatever you want, and throw some dough in the box and have a good time with it, you know. So the last song, it's time for the public domain cover song of the week. And like I've explained before, I'm too cheap to pay for a license for cover songs, and Ustream does not have a blanket license for covered songs. So I went digging around. I like a lot of old public domain kind of folk and jazz tunes and things like that. So I thought I'd, dig them out and expose you guys to them, some of my favorite old tunes. So the one I'm going to do tonight is called Way Down Yonder in New Orleans, and lots of people have done it. It was written in 1922 by Henry Creamer and John Layton. Sorry, John Layton. Those two guys. Published in 1922. Lots of people have done it since. The Andrews Sisters did it. Al Jolson did it. Louis Armstrong did it. In 1959, Freddie Cannon did a version that sounds nothing like any of those other ones. It's a very 50s rock kind of version. No swing feel. It's got a straight rock feel, that kind of stuff. So the Freddie Cannon version of Way Down Yonder, New Orleans is kind of interesting. It's not my favorite, but it's kind of interesting. And the more recent one, 2005, right after the Katrina hurricane in Louisiana, Harry Connick Jr. did a version of this song on the televised fundraising telethon for the Katrina victims. So this is a song called Way Down Yonder in New Orleans. Way down yonder in New Orleans, in the land of those dreamy scenes, there's a Garden of Eden, that's what I mean. Creole babies with flashing eyes, softly whisper with tender sighs. Stop, oh won't you give your lady fair a little smile? Stop, oh you bet your life you'll linger there a little while. There's a heaven right here on earth with those beautiful queens, way down yonder in New Orleans. Oh, way down yonder in New Orleans. And there you go. That is Way Down Yonder in New Orleans, one of my favorite old tunes, one that you saw me forget some of the lyrics to right there. I don't always know all these tunes. I'm actually learning them right before we do this webcast. So it's always kind of interesting. I get to learn how to play some new stuff too. Anyway, my name is Phil Johnson. This has been Phil's Fast 15. You can catch me here every Monday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Ustream. And with more comedy songs, more straight songs, more public domain cover songs. Again, PhilJohnsonComedy.com. Facebook/Phil Johnson Comedy. Dig in, connect up, get some tunes for free or whatever price you want to name them for on my website. And I will see you guys next Monday night at 8 p.m. Thanks a bunch for hanging out.